Hi everyone, Patty C out here at Asan Beach today, and I'm looking for remnants from World War II. Let me show you the beach. This is where the main landing assault came on July 21st, 1944. 76 years ago, not today, but in 2 weeks will be the anniversary. This is where it all happened. Looks very peaceful right now. We're at a minus 0.5 tide, so I'm out here looking to see what I can find. But this is the beach our fighting Marines came in on after a 10-day bombardment of our island that destroyed most of the houses, most of our main capital of Agana. But this is the landing beach where the landing crafts came up. That ridge over there, Asan Ridge, when the Marines came ashore, they were getting cut down by Japanese emplacements all along that ridge. You can walk the trail of that ridge today and see a couple of those gunnery emplacements. They're pretty much destroyed, but you can still see the remnants. It's peaceful here today. Just imagine what it would be like if America did not come back. If America had no military. The Chamorro people here at that time were in slavery. They were being killed for not respecting the invaders. They are being killed for protecting people. One of my friends that was a little girl during World War II, 11 years old, was worried her dad was missing for 2 weeks, but he came back. He found them. Freedom is not free. Freedom is not cheap. Where would we be without our military people? Where would we be without God in control of our great country? Where would people run to be free? Where? Okay, think about that. I'll show you if I find any interesting stuff out here. That is a piece from an old Coke or Pepsi bottle from the 40s, right there on the beach. And you hear that noise behind me? That is a test of the emergency system. They have that once a week, 3:15 on Tuesdays. Thankfully, there's not a real emergency. Well, I haven't found any World War II bullets today. It's getting kind of hot out here. But I've found a lot of glass, some of it from those old pop bottles, and I found a few metal chunks that may be from the war. So here's a couple of things. Old pop bottle and a piece of metal, iron. So let's keep looking for a little bit longer. I have found bullet shells here before, but it might be better in the winter months. This is the summer right now. Of course, all the time in Guam is summer, but the winter months have more wave action and stir up the ocean a little more, so that might be a better time to find stuff. Oh, check this out. This actually says Coca-Cola on it. You can see the cola. Cool. let's keep looking. What are we gonna find? Now this area has been used, you know, by people before World War II and after. In fact, in this field up here, there was a tent city for refugees that came from Vietnam during the Vietnam conflict, Vietnam War. So there's things from all ages around here, new and old. A lot of trash. People left behind. Okay, I saw this at Asan Beach, and there's no writing anywhere, but this is where the village of Asan has their Liberation Memorial Service every year, and there's a flagpole here. However, we will not be having those this year, I heard, because of COVID. All right, I'm over here at Asan Ridge, just at the base of the ridge here. Over this way, there's a cave, and let's read about that. It says, to prepare for the expected invasion, the Japanese dug hundreds of caves using forced labor, mostly Chamorros and some Koreans. This cave was part of the fortifications of Asan Ridge. And then it says similar caves were all over Guam, used for food storage and other purposes. Now, this is what Joaquin Acosta Blas said. The Japanese made us dig tunnels for their protection in case the enemies came, for storage purposes, to store their food or ammunition. We used only pick and shovel. Now, this picture here is what it looked like 4 days after the invasion. I don't know if you can see that with the glare on it. Basically, it's just a big hole over here. Goes back a few yards. Let's check it out. Well, I just found this thing sitting over here in the jungle, and it looks like it could be from the wartime. Perhaps it came up from the hillside and was blasted down here. I don't know. It's not in my book. Still looking for the cave. I think it's over here. All right, here's the Japanese tunnel from back in the war. Let's see what we see back here. I forgot to bring my flashlight, but I do have a little light on my key ring. We'll see what we can find. I think I'm gonna find some spider webs. And it looks like it just goes back here about 20 feet and stops. Yeah, I've been back in here before. It's too dark to see with the camera. There it is. Imagine digging this out with pick and shovel. This is what this beach looked like in July 1944. Looks much different now. This is a map. We're right here. This whole area right out there is Red Beach 1, Red Beach 2, Green Beach, Blue Beach. And then they had to take the beach with the gun emplacements here and then go up here. Chorrito Cliff, Boncha Ridge, Fonte Plateau. I took a video from up here, and not today, but later, I'll be taking another video from up here. Okay, we're still here at Asan Beach, and we're at the memorial to our military people. This was built for the 50th anniversary of Liberation Day in Guam, 1944, 1994, 50th anniversary. This plaque is on the ground here. No single nation, the likes of the United States, is more fully committed to the well-being of their fellow Americans, the Chamorros of Guam. Honorable Joseph F. Atta, Governor of Guam, July 21st, 1989. Oh, and by the way, there goes some military out practicing. So we got this. This side is to honor the 3rd Marine Division. I don't know if you heard that. The 3rd Marine Division. Honors to heroic and gallant effort of the U.S. Armed Forces. So this is for the U.S. Army, the 77th Infantry Liberty Division. These are all people that were involved. United States Coast Guard. This is in Chamorro. Libra, Para, E. This one's gone. U.S. Army Corps, 7th Air Force. Third Marine Amphibious Corps, Pacific Fleet, U.S. Navy, Guam Combat Patrol. Oh, this one's gone too. The U.S. Navy Seabees. Grateful Chamorros. I know it's a U.S. Navy Seabee that was in Guam, helping with construction and rebuilding. That was Curly DeMoss. Maybe some of you that are watching know Curly. 1st Provincial Marine Brigade. I got to show Curly a few pictures of Guam and where he had been, you know, right after the invasion. So here we are today in Asan. Peaceful, peaceful place where people come and like to exercise. Just imagine what it was like 76 years ago today. We would have been in the pre-bombardment time of the attack. Bombs falling for 10 days. This memorial is a testament. They knew it last. Their sacrifices have not gone unnoticed and will never be forgotten. This is the Honorable Frank F. Bloss, Lieutenant Governor of Guam, 1994. This is from the Honorable Ben G. Bloss, who was our Congress member. The years have dimmed the sight, but not the memory. There is a special flavor to life for those who fought on the beach of Asan that cannot be shared. Nowhere else does the brotherhood of battles extend so fully between the liberators and the liberated Chamorros, because nowhere else were the experiences so mutually identifiable. We have felt each other's pain, and we are grateful for a precious turning point in our lives. We remember these heroes. Who were these people? They will ask. They were soldiers, Marines, sailors, and airmen. They came from the farms, the hills, the little towns and cities. They left families and jobs behind and did what they had to do because it is an American thing to do. Duty, honor, country, God. Colonel Adolph P. Scambaluri, Chief of Police, U.S. Marine Corps, retired. To my friends and fellow Marines of the 3rd Marine Division of World War II, I salute you to my buddies and comrades who made the supreme sacrifice at Bougainville, Guam, and Iwo Jima. May you be blessed in heaven and have our deepest gratitude for enabling us to live in peace and enjoy freedom. Semper Fidelis, Captain Peter C. Seguenza, U.S. Marine Corps retired, President, Guam Chapter, 3rd Marine Division Association. That says June 21st, 1954. In appreciation of the community's support to have in place this U.S. Veterans Chamorro Memorial to reflect, to honor, to recognize the gallant and heroic performances by the U.S. profession of arms dedicated to recapturing Guam, to memorialize the spirit and social fabric of our community on Guam, united as one in harmony and peace for a better world. And it's Adolph Scamboluri, U.S. Marine Corps retired, President of the National Association for Uniformed Services, Guam Chapter, and Peter Seguenza, Captain, U.S. Marine Corps retired, President, 3rd Marine Division Association, Guam Chapter. And these are all names of people and businesses that must have donated to this memorial. I recognize at least one name there. A lot of these are vets. And this is the walkway up to the memorial where I just read these different plaques. Freedom is not free, folks. I hope you're learning some history. Okay, we're at the War in the Pacific National Park, one of the units. This is the Fonte Plateau unit, and we're going to check this out, see what we see. All right, this is looking down to Asan Beach. We were just down there, and that's where the Americans landed, and this is the land they had to take. They had to get up to the high ground. Of course, all these ridges, hills were entrenched, Japanese guns. Guam lost many local people during the war, but we also lost about 1,700 military, Marines, and other branches during the invasion, the liberation of Guam. It's a nice, peaceful place right now. In fact, there's some pretty flowers over there, wild orchids. Let's go check out some more. Guam, 1941 to 1944. In remembrance of all who sacrificed for liberty, may peace and understanding prevail so that no future generation will ever be compelled to repeat these sacrifices. Let's see what we have in here. This is the remembrance area. This shape right here is the shape of the ancient Chamorro Sling stone. As you can see, there's a lot of names on those walls. These pictures show when the attack came, December 8th, 1941, a few hours after Pearl Harbor. And then on the 10th, they came ashore. The occupation, December 41 to July 44. And the liberation, July 21st, 1944, 55,000 Americans landed at Asan and Agate beaches. And they cleared the island by August 10th. In memoriam, lest we forget. These are the people who died defending Guam from December 8th, 41 to October 22nd, 1942. So these people were here and died. And these are the people that died during the liberation, July 21st to August 10th. There's about 1,700. Freedom is not cheap. The people of Guam who died during the invasion, occupation, and liberation of Guam from 1941 to 1944. All of these names. And the rest of these names are the people of Guam who suffered personal injury, forced labor, forced march, or internment during the occupation. Don't forget, these people paid for our freedom. Now over here is another memorial for the people from Guam who were in Pearl Harbor on December 7th. The USS Arizona, USS Nevada, Oklahoma, and West Virginia. These people were in our Navy. The first Chamorro Navy casualties of World War II. This is the Pearl Harbor Memorial. We have the American flag and the Guam flag here at the memorial site, and a rainbow over there in the back. Rainbows remind me of God's promises. He always keeps them.